Qué hijo de puta. Ven acá, cabrón.
All right. All right, guys. Welcome back to Clouded Thoughts, a place where we're going to have some dope conversations, man, with some dope people. This is episode 8. And today, guys, we have the privilege to be joined by my guy, man, Spidey. We're going to have some dope conversations. My guy, welcome back.
What's good with you?
Always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, I saw you almost stuttered.
Um,
I apologize for what's to come. It's a little bit more juice in here than I thought, so let's get it going.
He poured that little heavy vodka in there, heavy Tito's. What's good, my guy? It's been a little minute, man, since I seen you, bro. How is everything?
Man, everything's been blessed. Last year was a rough one, but this year, may I just say, started off beyond amazing.
Started good?
Honestly, beyond amazing. I can't thank God for putting me through what he put me through last year, and then, blessing me. Obviously, I got to put in the work and, stay level-headed, but, yeah, everything's going well this year.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, brother. Bro, so let's start a little bit, for the viewers, for the people from my side that don't know you, let's give them a little bit background check, where you from.
So to kind of I'm gonna try to sum it up all so people understand. I'm a Puerto Rican, born in Puerto Rico, raised in Florida. Now with what I do, it's obviously catching animals. Started off when I was young, where it started off me catching little browner nose and then nailing them to the tree. Then from there, I found my very first iguana. Couldn't catch it, but I fell in love with it. Came over here. My parents were just devastated by all of that. They didn't want me around it, but I've always, been curious of it. I was like, why are they keeping me away from it? And then, moved to Florida, spent my whole fucking adulthood over here, and now, well, you got the version of me you got right now, which is the
now here we are,
the iguana man, Tarzan, whatever it is that people want to call me, they can call me by all means.
Bro, so let's say you said that you started at a young age catching little iguanas or little lizards, but what got you, let's say, now into making this content, right, for catching like reptiles?
So the content thing, Stacks 954, I'll shout him out. We don't speak, we're not on good terms or nothing like that, but he's the reason why I started creating content.
That's the white boy, right?
Yeah, the white boy.
Okay, I've been seeing him. Yeah.
So yeah, one of my boys, Alex, that I follow, I went to Broward with, South Broward. He always watched me. He was like, bro, you crazy? You got some dope things. You got animals. And then Stacks came about. And Stacks, I started recording content with him. He was like, bro, I think you should be recording. It'll be dope. You have a lot. You have the looks. You have this, so on and so forth. I think it'll be dope if you start recording. So what I was very shy on camera, so it was hard at the beginning. Super, super hard at the beginning making content. And then when I understood, I was like, I just got to let it flow naturally rather than try to. These are wild animals. I can't really, try to set things up because it's not gonna happen. So once I started doing that, then I was able to like be on camera and flow with it.
So this guy Stack was already doing.
He was already doing this for years and years. So I was just trying to find who I was gonna be on social media because it's very hard. Once you start, that's what people will remember you by. So if you do it bad, if you started off wrong, you'll always be known for that. So it was very important for me to find out who I was truthfully, and that way when people meet me in person, I'm not lying or creating this fictional character that's non-existent. You feel me? So when people meet me in person, they're like, that's the exact same dude. Only difference is he ain't catching animals in front of me. You feel me? So that was like kind of like the blessing of like, being able to do exactly what I do.
Oh, that's fire, bro. And was it came to you obviously natural, right? Because you were doing it already at a young age. You were just at the beginning camera shy, like you were saying.
Super camera shy, bro.
How did you adapt then and to?
I think what happened was that I understood is like I'm not on camera. I'm just doing what I got. Someone is just recording me do what I got.
Don't think about
it. I started seeing the camera as a person rather than a bunch of people, because that's what would happen to me. Like I would start thinking it's like thousands of people watching me rather than I'm just talking to the man behind the camera. So when I started adapting to that, it started becoming very easy. Obviously as you start growing and people start loving the content, it's much easier, and you have this like, you start understanding like, all right, people are messing with the content, and there's no reason for me to like kind of be like shy or anything like that. Like, man up, bro. Like, you just just speak. Just speak. That's it. It's very easy with me though. It's very easy. All I gotta do is catch and come out, educate. Then
it's also the more you do it, the more comfortable you get.
Yeah, that's just what
the
it
more
is.
it's like the more I guess you practice it, the better you get at it. You know what I mean?
As far as being on camera, yeah. Because what I do is like something that you can't really practice what I do.
No,
you don't know how the things are gonna play out. You can educate yourself on what you're catching, and maybe put yourself in certain scenarios. But as far as the camera thing, it was probably the hardest thing. And then I didn't want to make it to where when I'm editing my videos, it was hard. So I was like, how can I make this process very simple? Where as soon as I tell the cameraman record, it's a 2-3 minute clip, easy to edit. Now at the beginning, I didn't know how to articulate myself when I was speaking to the camera. So I would say either too much or a bunch of nonsense that didn't need to be said. So now it's very simple. My video starts, I get to talking my shit, take off my shirt if I'm diving in the water, so on, catch the animal, come out, say something simple, and that's it. Let people fall in love with the person catching it and the animal I'm catching, and that's it. I'll give 2-3 different educated facts about this, but as far as that, I won't do too much with it.
Fire, man.
Mm-hmm.
What was the moment you realized your content was blowing up online?
That's a hard one. I feel like it was very weird because I started getting more love on TikTok rather than on Instagram. In like 6 months, I grew close to 1 million followers on TikTok. And I was getting paid monthly, stopped working and everything. This was when I was 24, 25. I'm 30 right now. So what happened to me at that point, I was just like, all right, so I think I got people. Like, they loving me. What happened is they took my account down. And then from there, that shattered every dream I had. Because I think towards when TikTok came about, that's when Instagram is like, we got to start doing reels. Because reels didn't exist when I started doing them. And then when TikTok came about, then Instagram is like, we got to add reels to this so it can feel like TikTok. And it was still hard to get popping on it. So I feel like it probably took me like, I don't know, even last year I probably didn't feel like real good about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Although a lot of my videos were like popping, but I'm not one to get like very excited over 1 million views anymore. So I just think more like the money aspect of it now, where like I'd get 40 million views in a video, I'll be like, but how much money did I make? Mm-hmm. I don't get excited for the views no more. That's the only thing with like, adulting with the content thing. Like it sucks if you're not making no money off of it.
And how many followers you have to like monetize? Get paid?
So with Instagram doesn't pay anything. You could I'll average 60 to 100 million views and I'll probably make $5. But Facebook, on the other hand, is what pays a lot. Facebook can pay you very, very well. I won't say numbers. Like I said, everybody's views is very different.
We're not trying to pocket watch.
But
not Facebook, just in the sense I'm asking, just because I try to make my own food content and stuff like that. You know,
it's hard, right?
And it's very hard,
super hard to get popping.
It's hard to let's say I try to do my best, right, on doing my videos and stuff like that, but it's very hard, bro, to let's say even get 20,000 views or something like that.
So the thing is with what you do is you're marketing yourself and your business. So I'm pretty much promoting animals, and I'm like I guess you could say the I don't even know how to fucking put this. It's like it's a little easier for me because it's like the animals do most of it. Like,
but it's also entertaining, right?
It
is. My food content is just like food videos. But you can make it that way.
Yeah. That's why I said it's all with what you do. They got to fall in love with you. So if you don't give them a reason to fall in love with you, then that's where it becomes hard. It's like almost being a stand-up comedian with what you do, bro. It is hard. If people don't fall in love with you, like Kevin Hart right now can say whatever he wants to be funny because people love him. So that's just hard with what you do. With me, it took some time, and a lot of people do it. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that do exactly what I do. What I think helped me out a lot was me being Hispanic. To add it up, just very different from your standard person that's doing it.
What's right, like a little behind the scenes, right? Like people see the exciting clips, right? You diving in and doing your thing, or catching alligators or snakes. They see the clips and stuff, but what do you think is the hardest part? You know what I mean?
To me, the hardest part is like first catching the animal. Second is the person behind the camera recording. What happens to me often is if it's a first time person with like the person is with me and I tell them record this, they're excited. Just as the viewers, they want to watch. So what they do is they grab the phone, they put it down, and they start looking, and they miss the whole shot. Or I tell them it's already recording, grab the phone, and they tap it and miss the whole thing because they stopped recording. I think that's like the second hardest thing as far as like making sure you grab the animal.
How much knowledge and preparation actually goes into catching these reptiles, like the reptiles today?
It depends on. Go ahead.
Like what's like what knowledge, like the preparation, right? Like for you to catch these animals like safely, and you know what I mean.
So there's no safe way to catch an animal, I would say. I think it's almost like, I don't know, riding a motorcycle. If you do it enough, if you ride a motorcycle every single day of the month, you're bound to get into something one of these days. So it's almost the same thing with them. The only thing you educate yourself with is where to grab them, when to grab them, and if it's even safe to do so in the place. So for example, there could be a rattlesnake in a bucket. You're not going to reach in there and try to grab it. If a rattlesnake is here coiled up, it's a lot safer for me to go ahead and do so. With gators, same thing. It really all depends on, man, I'd say there's no preparation. I think the hardest thing is to not to catching the animals, I think is the type of creator you want to be. If you want to educate, you have to stick to try to educate. At the beginning, I used to try to catch, educate, and it'll be a little bit too much for the viewers because I don't have the same people. Let's say one of my what's his name? Caveman Wildlife, I think it is. He is by far one of my favorite animal influencers because he's super educated on this. I'm not where he's at as far as like being able to articulate myself like him, but I found out that I'm one to catch, give you three things. So for example, when you see an iguana, what are the spikes on his back? Why is the tail? Why do they whip? I'll pretty much tell you that. Like, this is why they do this, da 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 da. So it became very easy for me to kind of understand, like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to kind of engage into this. This is what I got to do to try to prepare myself for that. As far as catching the animals, you just don't know. You got to have balls to do that. Like, the catching the animal part is the hard part because you really have to have the balls to do so, bro. Like, it's not for everybody. And even I've had experienced people, and even with that, they're like, bro, I don't know. I've never been under this, like, like under these circumstances with this animal.
What do you think is the biggest misconception people have about alligators and snakes, bro?
That they attack you. That's just it. Like, people really think that snakes or gators go out of their way to attack you. Now, if you're fishing, walking your dog, and a gator's coming at you, that only means that it's being fed by someone you just don't know. But a gator would never target anybody for absolutely no reason. They don't see us as a prey item. To us, like, we are a predator to them. So they'll take off running. But the second you start feeding that gator, let's say it's not you, it's somebody else, they're like, all right, so a human is part of, So with snakes, the same thing. I've handled, like, I'd say close to like 1,000 snakes, and maybe same species, different species, like rattlesnakes, cottonmouths, cobras, and stuff like that. And these snakes, all they do is defend themselves. When cornered and they have no other choice, they'll try to defend themselves. And some people see it as attack. But when you're in the Everglades, no gator will ever come at you. If you're in a kayak or anything like that, there's not one single gator that would come after your kayak for the fuck of it, unless people are already feeding it.
Yeah. Damn. Um, do you ever struggle balancing education with the entertainment?
I do. I just don't know when. Like, I think with the iguanas, I'm over educating people on. I did it so much when I started off that I was just like, all right, there's no point of catching an iguana and repeatedly doing this, or even with rattlesnakes and stuff like that. I was like, I just got to find a way to make it still engaging, though try to bring some type of awareness to like what this is or how dangerous it is or what it can really do. Like some people think iguanas don't bite and do. These iguanas will definitely send you to the hospital to get some stitches, the big ones. I show people how to properly grab these animals so that they don't find out, the bad way. Rattlesnakes, cottonmouths and stuff like that is the same thing. You just got to kind of educate on how to catch them so you don't deal with the back end of all of that. So I feel like that's just where it's at with me.
What was it? What do you remember? Like, what was your first video that went viral?
A snake biting me in the face.
A snake bite?
World Star. The very first video I posted when I took my page off private was a snake Amazon tree boa. I had it in my hand and I started flickering my tongue. It bit my face, grabbed my lip right here. That very first video, World Star reached out and they posted it on their platform. And then from there, it just kind of, just grew little by little.
How bad did that hurt?
It didn't hurt at all.
No?
Nah.
It's right, like
it was just
lip.
more like a shock.
Yeah.
Almost, I don't know. It's like the feeling of when you get a shot.
But did it like,
Yeah,
like
blood.
did it, no, but when it bit you, like, did it like stay for a while? Like, or you just like,
I don't
like,
even
yanked
remember.
it out?
I think it might have, like, it has such small teeth. Like, I think it might have gone in, maybe pulled the lip and the teeth came off. A lot of time their teeth will break off and stuff like that. That's why I try to keep from getting bit now, especially if it's my pet snake, because the teeth will break off, they'll stay in you, and then it's like, it's irritating when you have a tooth stuck in your skin.
Okay. Have you ever decided not to post footage because it's cross like a line of ethical like?
Oh, 100%. I think I probably have over, I say between 100 and 200 videos
That you haven't posted?
that I haven't posted. That to me, I'm like, if I post it, I know it would go viral, but it'll bring the negative light.
Not
like
it'll go viral, but not for the right
but
reasons.
not for the right reasons. So there's a lot of things. Like one of the ones I was very skeptical about, and even to this day, like maybe with my monitor when he bites me and shit like that. But when I went to Puerto Rico, right, and I was in the shower with the python hanging off, and the caimans and me brushing. I was like, I told my boy, I was like, bro, listen, I'm gonna brush the teeth of that caiman and brush my teeth right after. What that did is exactly what I thought it was gonna do. But sometimes when you do something that people see in a bad light, it brings exposure to you, and then you can kind of redirect that. So for example, you're gonna see this right now. You didn't see the last 10 videos of me educating people or doing everything well, but all you saw is this, and now you see me as this person. But now the next 5 videos are gonna pop up on your shit because you're already watching my page.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna be like, wait, I thought this guy was just this, person that don't give a fuck about reptiles, which is completely, complete
False.
different thing. Yeah, like I love reptiles, and anybody that knows me or been around me catching, or everybody on the tours. I do tours now. I take people out on tours. And there's not one single person on these tours that can sit there and be like, bro, this dude does not give a fuck about wildlife. Like, they all know. Like, the conservation shit I stay away from. But, bro, when I tell you I love bro, I'll do anything to protect these animals. By all means, I definitely will. And it's not one person that can say the complete opposite.
You mentioned you have a pet monitor. Before I ask you, the one question I want to ask you is, how big is that shit, bro?
He's 6 feet right now. Yeah, he's
Motherfucker bigger than me.
Yeah, bro, I'm 5'7", bro. So he's definitely big.
Dude.
So anybody that wants to own an Asian water monitor, monitors in general, they are hard as far as like they go through these phases, right? There is baby, you socialize them. You don't tame an animal, you socialize them. You'll socialize them, and then for some odd reason, as soon as you bring them to natural sunlight, they turn the fuck up on you. Like that juvenile stage, and then expose them to sunlight. It brings out like that wild, the natural instinct in them. So what happens then is they're very defensive in that because they're not sure of themselves yet. So
and when they get into the sunlight.
When they get in the sunlight and in that juvenile stage. Now a lot of people have success keeping them indoors their whole life and they never have to go through that. But with the one I have, he's just a marching locality and he was a wild caught as a baby. So with Scorpion, I gotten bit so many times in the ear and the fingers and my thigh and my fucking dick. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. But that's something that I knew I had to deal with, and I was like, if I'm ready for it, I'm gonna have to. I've had them for 8 years, so imagine.
That's
like,
you just said it. You got bit in your dick by your monitor, bro.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? Like, what happened there?
So it all really started off. I was like, how do I feed this monitor and make it to where like it reaches different audience? So you have reptile lovers, basketball lovers, and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna put some fours on, and I'm gonna go ahead and let them bite this shoe. So with them fours on, I was like the white cements. I was like, bro, it's gonna immediately, the sneakerhead culture is gonna immediately be like, damn, bro. So that's when they had just dropped the last release for them, which flopped hard as hell. But I was like, I'm gonna let it bite it and then see if it can create something from there. So it bit that, and I was like, all right, bet. So I started letting them crawl up. But the problem is with these monitors, when they're all food motivated. But when you start like throwing that bitch around like this, moving it too much,
it tries to
they'll start to, like trying to And as soon as he went to go, I pulled the chicken. He bit the tip of it too.
Me cogió el bicho.
Papi cabrón, me cogió la misma punta, le hizo what? The good thing that happened, I had breeze on and I had my sweats. So he ended up puncturing it. He got my balls. He got skin, the head a little bit. But he didn't get like a full bite. It was weird. I don't know how it happened, but like he went in, out, and then pulled back. I don't know.
Now, did you have to go to the hospital?
Nah, I didn't go. I thought at first. So when I went like this, and I was like,
still there.
Blood. No, it was blood.
Oh, it was blood?
So I was scared. I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, no.
Se me llevó el bicho.
Yo dije, cabrón, me cogió el bicho completo. Aquí sí que me jodí. So yo me pongo a mirar. Yo digo, woof. The camera cut off. And I'm looking. I'm like, me voy para el baño. Cuando me fui para el baño, yo vengo como que a chequear. Lo mojo. And I just see like punctures. Like, and I'm like, all right, so that's not bad. I'm going to just wait. As long as it doesn't swell up, I'm in the good. So it never did though. Thankfully.
So you didn't need no stitches.
Nah. He never pulled on it. He kind of punctured, popped out, that's and then
So it was like was it a very scary moment?
Hacho, bien cabrón, papi. Que le gusta chingar, eso va a asustar a cualquiera, cabrón. Papi, cuando ese hijo de puta me mordió la punta al bicho, yo dije, ay, Dios mío. Yo dije, por lo menos I got two kids.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. I got 2 kids, so like at least that part. But fuck, I'm still 30, bro. I got this shit. Papi, yo soy un bellaco.
I'm still active.
Yeah, so I was like, damn.
Yo, I seen that video, bro, that you posted it, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that shit.
Bro, that shit seemed like it hurt.
I heard the watch and it like it was weird. I think when your adrenaline is pumping, like it's really hard to feel pain. Yeah. So thankfully, like I said, nothing. It didn't swell up or nothing.
Thank
like
God,
that. So boy,
your girl would have been upset.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, she would have been tight. She like, oh hell no.
Oh my God, bro. Bro, that's crazy, dude. That's fucking wild, dude.
I think I may be the first person to ever say I got bit by a dick by a monitor. Like, it don't even sound good if you can say it. Like, hey, bro, you ever heard that dude that got bit by a dick by a monitor? It's like, what was he trying to do?
Oh my God, dude. Yo, that's crazy, dude. I seen that shit, bro. I felt for you, bro.
Yeah, when you thinking about it, you like, whoa,
yeah,
like, that's a tough one to come from.
What have you learned about people that do the same thing that you do, bro? Like, what separates you from, let's say, Stacks, and separates you from the Cuban Tarzan guy? And we're gonna get into him a little bit.
I think it's the genuine love I have for these reptiles. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, at the beginning, because I started off learning from him, the only thing I was like, I gotta go viral. I have to go viral. Whether it was disrespecting this one video, I deleted and I wish I never posted. It was me trying to go viral. So there was this dude, Ayo Rook, that he pulls up on you, say some gibberish shit, and I had the dumb bright idea at the moment to grab an iguana and throw it in his car. That's when I got a real reality check on, like, if you love animals and you think you about to do this, you got me fucked up. So I had to redirect my whole fucking content. I was like, all right, if I love these animals and I want to make sure people see me for that, I cannot be doing this dumbass shit. Now, mind you, I wasn't the most innocent person when it came. Like, I was doing a lot of dumb shit, but I was never off camera. Like, people just know what I stood by.
Of course.
And it took a couple people to check me, like my own people. They were like, hey, bro, I think you should probably, like, kind of change on how you do it. And that's why I moved away from Stacks. Because he goes more for the viral moment than, what it really is. Yeah, like, and now even some people be like, damn, I do dumbass shit on the regular. I get bit, I do this. I put myself in a lot of risk. Like, people that pop wheelies and shit like that in traffic in 95, they do that because they love that shit, bro. Whether you're being recorded or not, I'll put my hand inside a fucking gator's mouth because my boy Zay put me on. Shout out to my boy Zay. He put me on to doing that shit, and I love living by that. But at the end of the day, I respect these animals. Even my boy Zay will stand by, bro. This nigga will sit there and be like, bro, he don't even like killing a little duck. Like, bro, I'll sit there and watch. But, bro, I'll sit there 30 minutes, watch a whole fucking, like a baby duck, a whole family of ducks go by before I do anything, bro.
Do you think people envy you for the content? Like, people that make the same content like you do, but you think you have, like, people envying you? Maybe because you might be popping more than them or whatever?
I don't know if they envy me. I don't flex numbers. I don't sit there. I just post. And so if you really just hate me because I post and it either does numbers or doesn't, but if I was one that posts shit and then constantly talking about, look, I got millions of views or I got these many followers or this and that, half the people that follow me from the beginning don't even know how many followers I got. Because they're like, he doesn't flex about none of this. So what do you really have to envy me for?
Yeah, you're not moved by numbers.
I'm not moved by numbers. I'm moved by
followers
money.
And shit. Yeah.
Like, I want money. I'm 30 years old with 2 kids. Like,
now
I don't
just trying
care
to support
about
your
numbers.
family,
That's
bro.
it.
Yeah.
That I don't care. Like, at this point, I'm not trying to, like, I'm not clout chasing, bro. Like, the problem is that the content that I do and how I do it is so impressive that maybe those people that maybe envy me, I don't know if that's the right word to put it, or just hating, or they're like, damn, why don't I have the same
reaction or whatever,
or light as this man does? And that's just, we do it very different. I've had like multiple influencers that are in that maybe got like under 50,000 followers try to comment on my shit, talking shit, and it backfires on them because it's like, bro, we both do the same exact thing. What you mad at? That I went viral for anyone? That's it. We do the exact same thing. There's nothing different. There's people that travel. I always say, my content is not the best. I watch so many different influencers, and I'm like, bro, their content is so much better than mine. But they're just not me. They don't put it out like me.
You just said these influencers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the influencers you have collabed with to make videos, who has surprised you, right, into like doing what, like, yo, do this, right? And who has been a bitch when it comes to trying to catch something?
It's hard because I haven't worked with a lot of, as far as like in the animal industry, like in the reptile industry, I haven't worked with a lot of people at all. And simply because whenever I get around somebody, before I do, I get to know them. Just as we did, like, you don't do no reptile content in there, but I get to know someone before I try to put my face out there with them. So when someone comes around me and gets to talking too much about other people, I already know I can't, engage with this person too much. But outside of that,
but I'm talking about like any, like, just
Speed,
influence and like, yeah, like
Speed and the shade were two that did pussy, but bro, like they thugged it out and just went through with it. Like, Speed caught the gator. Unfortunately, I got a lot of like backlash because he humped the gator. I don't know why the fuck Speed. To this day, I don't understand why the fuck Speed humped the fuck out that gator. That was not scripted. That was nothing. People making it seem like I can control a person for doing that. I can't. And Deshae, he was very scared of a lot of things. I took him out to where I jump in after iguanas. He didn't do none of that. He jumped off the tree and shit like that. And he did get bit by a snake. I brought a snake out there. But he let that bitch tag him and wrap around him. And that snake was like 7 feet, bro. So that was very impressive. But as far as like any like reptile content creators, I haven't been around enough to like really like, you know, or that I recall that really impressed me, or I was like, yo, you a hoe. I've never been around it. Usually I can kind of tell by the videos they put out that, yeah, you kind of a bitch.
How did you come up with doing tours with your supporters and stuff, bro?
So what happened is, bro, I get crazy amounts of DMs of people wanting to do it. So what would start happening is I would start bumping into kids, right? Or you know, their parents will see me, they'll see me and be like, yo, that, you know, that's Spidey, da da da. Their parents will come up to me and be like, he loves what you do, he wishes to do it. Once I started getting that in my head, I was like, damn, I wonder if I should start bringing out people to come out with me. Now, the idea came up and I was just like, I wonder if it would be, that nigga dying, bro. God, you know that's good. I'm on probation, I can't smoke, so, you know, I have some juice here. But,
it's the first one of the day, too.
Yeah, so. Bro, kids. I ain't gonna lie, I started doing it because of kids. Kids was like the foundation of this. Like, I was like, man, if the next generation coming up, if I can bring him out and just help him understand or maybe take that fear out of their mind and stuff like that, bro. It's my 4-year-old kid and he's doing wild ass shit that I wasn't doing at that age. So I started doing the tour simply because of the kids. Bro, the kids really got me into like their reaction seeing me, how they feel being around me, how their parents or, you know, whoever is watching over them, like, I can't imagine my kid fanning over somebody else. So the fact that somebody else, like as a grown man, a parent and stuff like that, comes up to me, a father, it's like, bro, I love what you do. My kid loves you. That right there, that hits the heart different, bro. Like as a grown man to tell me, as a father, a grown man tell me, yo, my kid loves you, bro. I'd love to go out there and catch some shit with you. Beyond, I think like it humbled me. It humbled me so much, bro. And like seeing these kids out with their family, with their parents, and I'm able to like giving them an experience that they'll never have. Like, bro, to me, it's like, bro, no money could ever fucking compare to that. No money.
Talking about kids, bro. Your son be
man.
He
bro.
be out there with you and catching some stuff, bro, and
bro,
he's very brave.
This kid right here, bro, Azio, bro, if I get to cry on my back, because when it gets to talking about my kids, but bruh, like my kid right now, obviously my daughter, she's 1.5 years, almost 2, but one thing I didn't have, my father, he was a drug addict and shit like that, so I didn't have him growing up, but I was always questioning why the hell wasn't my father there. So when I had my kid, bro, you immediately fall in love with this person you don't know. Like immediately, as soon as like in the stomach, as soon as it's out the womb, bro, I'm like, there's no way I love this. I'm so attached to this human. And man, like people maybe think I force him into doing. Man, let me tell you something, boy. This kid wakes up every single fucking day and night and tells me, Daddy, I want to go catch lizards. It was hard at the beginning when he was 1 year old. Maybe when he started walking. He started walking at like 11 months. And there it was like, he just didn't understand. He'll grab lizards and shit like that. But once he started like really understanding the shit, yeah, he was like, oh, fuck, like this is scary. That's where you really got to break them through. Because, bro, them lizards is scary. Imagine you're a foot tall and you're seeing these lizards. You're like, holy shit. But when he started getting over it and started asking me, Dad, let's go. Man, it was over, bro. It was like a blessing in disguise, because it's like to see him do what I do at such a young age and actually want to do it, love it, like, man, it was beyond blessing, bro.
You think he's gonna fall into your footsteps and do this content when he gets a little older? Because if he loves it so much, bro, and you were kind of already like,
I don't want to. I don't want to think, or like I don't want to expect that. But if he does, it'll be crazy. Like I think maybe because he doesn't know anything about this social media thing.
yeah, of course.
All
bro.
he knows is that dad posts his video and people see it. That's it. When people run into us every single day, and people ask pictures, so when they see him, he's like, damn, he's like, and he's very social.
Why are they asking him my daddy?
Yeah, but they're like, why are they asking my dad for pictures?
He doesn't know,
so
like you said, bro. He doesn't understand it.
And people dab him up all the time. It's like, bro, you crazy, you dope, da da da. But he's just hyped because he really doesn't understand what's going on yet, and I don't want to allow him to understand that. I want him to simply keep loving it genuinely. Fuck numbers, fuck all of that, and then I feel like that would maybe like make him a better version of me, because when I started, I started.
You cared about the numbers at the beginning.
Yeah, because I wanted to get exposure. So I paved the way from what I really loved just to try to get numbers and shit, and I came back around. When he smirks, it scares me because he's like, he got some questions.
Nah. Well, because you said it. You know, you said you're on probation. Mm-hmm. So you want to speak about you being arrested for having a baby alligator in the car, bro. And you weren't on some content shit. You know, we spoke about it. You've told me this.
That's the crazy.
You know, it wasn't on some content shit. You were just, like you said, out there with the fam.
I was out there with the family,
bro. And you took the whole blame. So right? Wait. You took the whole blame. To, you know, how much also did it cost this whole situation, right? Bail, all that stuff. Also, I want to touch on, or I want you to touch, who was the one person that helped you out, bailed you out and stuff like that. And what is the process through this situation for you, bro?
So, to begin, I won't try to, like, you know, make it too long.
Sum it up,
but yeah, like,
you don't gotta get into details.
I went to the Everglades for the very first time with my son. One of my boys, I just met him maybe a couple months into meeting him. He moved from Puerto Rico. He like, I want to take, you know, my brother and shit to the Everglades, and I'm with my family, my brother and shit, my son. I'm like, it's perfect time to take my son out for the first time. So whatever, we get to the Everglades. We see a little gator. Of course, nobody else is going to catch it but me. I run, I catch it. I'm excited. My son's excited in the back of the truck, in the bed of the truck, just like, and everybody's like, damn, that's dope, da da da. So whatever, we get it. We're not recording nothing. This is just simply us, just, you know,
we're trying to go out there and
that's
have fun.
It, just have fun. Do some Florida shit. That's what they call it. Everybody that lives in Florida, grew up in Florida, has done this shit 1,000 times.
Just trying to build memories.
That's it. So whatever, we get into that. My son took the pictures he took, you know. Then my son, on our way out of the Everglades, is still in the bed of the truck. The problem is in the bucket. On our way out, we're like, we're gonna stop off to fish. My son fell asleep on my lap, so I'm not trying to fish. I'm not trying to do none of that. They get off, they start fishing. I get out the car, my son's sleeping, and just so cars don't come too fast, I get out a flashlight, I'm flashing cars that are coming by. Whatever.
Yeah, there's people here.
We're in the middle, a dirt road, narrow road. This is the Everglades, bro. So I'm just making sure people just know there's a car here, bro. I had my high beams on too, and then I just so happened to flash a FWC officer. The FWC officer pulled up. When he approached, he was like, "You guys got fishing licenses?" I was like, nah, I didn't know we needed it for like a 2-3 foot little, you know, pond, whatever the fuck it was. And he was like, I guess we got a problem. So he reversed that bitch. And in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck, that little baby gator's in there. And at that time, I didn't know, even if I have slight probable cause, they can search a whole vehicle. So whatever, he's asking us questions, and we're like, yeah, we were fishing. Did you guys catch shit? I'm like, yeah, I've shown him a bucket full of fish. Nothing illegal there. So I'm not trying to tell him nothing about the gator because I'm like, shit, if he doesn't check, he doesn't check.
Yeah.
As soon as he caught that, as soon as he like pulled the buckets out of and saw the gator, I was like, immediately, like just man, I'm like, nah, I did it. It was me. Like as soon as he saw it, it was like it was me. That's it. Cause I was like, if I stay quiet, he probably gonna tell everybody. I got my son, my brother, my homie, his son, bruh. So I was like, I gotta take. That's going. I feel like I'm the only one that could take that shit to the chin and just just go with the fucking motion. And I told the FWC officer that nah, it was me. I caught the gator. I put it in the gator. He even asked me what you were gonna do. I would have took it home and then let it go later. That's what I would have done. So the one that helped me out the most, I'll say, as far as like helped me out when I was, because no one had access to my cards or nothing like that. So the one that pulled out 7 stacks out his own bank account was my dog Jomar. He was like, he went to the bondsman, put that shit down for me, and I got out of it. But the only problem I didn't know is that they were like, when I hired a lawyer, he was like, you were better off hiring me first. I would have reduced it. Dropped the charges. It was 10 charges for one fucking little gator. So it was 4 or 5 that were the exact same thing. So I didn't know that, but they paid the $7,000. I had to pay another $7,000.
That's the thing, though. You don't know those things. You know what I'm saying? So
everybody's scared for me.
Yeah,
and
of
shit
course. It's
that.
like when they tell you get pulled over for drinking and driving, and they tell you, oh, don't do no roadside shit, whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Yeah, but you don't know
just
that
go to
until
jail.
you go through the process.
But you don't know stuff like that, bro.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
thing.
Especially in the moment. You know what I mean? That everything's going on. Like you're going to jail now 100%. For this, and you don't know what to expect at the beginning, right?
My whole thing was I was trying to make sure that I was the only one that was gonna get roped up for this. Obviously, I was the one to catch it, and like if someone wants to be petty, it's like, oh no, but we were all here. I called it for everybody to have that experience. But it was just like something that I was like, I'll just take it to the chin. And when you're ready,
so let's say if you didn't say it was, you think everybody the adults would have been roped,
bro. Everybody would have went to jail.
Yeah.
He said it at the end before he put me in. No. It was after he put me in handcuffs. The body cam footage. He walked up to everybody and said, if he didn't initially say that he caught that gator, everybody here would have got locked up for the same charge. But what would happen? They'll start asking everybody, and everybody else is scared as hell. Yeah. My brother's one that, he's tough and they like that, but when under pressure, he gets nervous. All the other people never been through that. I'm like, I've been through it before, so I'm like, all right, I know what he's going to ask. Once he reads me my Miranda rights, I know I'm locked up. It's done with. From there, bro, it's just that's it. The best thing I did was just be honest from the get-go. The only thing you can do, I know a lot of times if you can get away with shit, you do what you got to do, but where I was at, I was like, the only thing I could do to make sure nobody else is here or my kid don't get into some other bullshit, my brother can take him back home. Yeah. I was like, bruh, I did it. Everything is on me. What were you going to do? I would have took it home. That's it. That's why I feel. I was like, I shouldn't have said that, but whatever. It is what it is, dog. And even that little we talking about the Cuban Tarzan, bruh. That dude right there, bro, when he started popping off on social media, I don't know what it was. Like I said, when social media feed your ego. So he started thinking he was somebody that obviously he's not. So he started talking crazy shit, bruh.
Do you guys have a relationship?
Hell no.
You guys don't know each other?
I don't know him. He don't know me, and that's
and
just how it's
decided.
So what happened? Like this is what
he decided to butt into.
What happened is he started. Bro, listen. His name is the Cuban Tarzan. You already copied it. Obviously, he got that shit. He was like, the real Tarzan exists. Maybe I put Cuban Tarzan. First of all, his own people don't fuck with him. Like, bro, Cubans always, bro, listen, I have so many Cuban followers, and I fuck with all of y'all. Shout out to the Cubans.
Shout out to the Cubans.
Even the Cubans, bro, like, he's a disgrace to, like, our own culture. Then he gets to talking shit about me getting arrested, right?
And he doesn't even know you.
He don't know me. I'm like, then he started talking about, you broke as fuck. Like pocket watching. You live in a 1-1, which is obviously untrue. And then he started talking a bunch of shit like, oh, like you're in the little leagues, I'm in the big leagues, and I'm like, what is this dude talking about, right?
And has he been doing it as long as you have, or
No,
he just
this is the dope thing. Like I said, I give respect where it's due. The man's been doing this for maybe a year. And he's grown, bro, what, 400,000 followers? But he did it the wrong way. Remember when coming back to where I said you started off wrong?
Yeah,
You'll forever be known for that. Yeah. The man's deep throwing frogs to go viral. Deep throwing, like he grabs a frog and deep throws that shit as if it's like you're gonna go viral. You're gonna get views. But bro, to be known for that, and then he fixes all of his videos. So that's another shameful thing. Like, bro, you're gonna tire out and you're gonna drop it in a canal, drop it in there, and jump on it, flop on it after it's already gassed out and shit like that. So it's a lot of things that. I'm like, it's very confusing why he's even trying to, like, put me and him in the same category. Like, bruh, you got diving in the water off me because I'm the only one in Florida that does this shit. Not saying nobody else has done it, but as far as going viral doing it, I'm the only one in Florida that's done
consistently.
it. Consistently. He's DM'd me to try to collab, and I've dubbed the fuck out of him.
You think his content's, like, script?
100%, bruh. Even when he went to Colombia. So when the spectacle came as Anacondas, I know the people he did the tour with, bro. And they told me, he's like, bro, this man was scared to catch everything over here. He was trying to let a woman go before him before he caught anything. So this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people don't know. Well, no, I wouldn't say a lot of people. The people that don't know shit about reptiles, about how they really are, they fall for that shit. But everybody else over here, they're like, bro, this dude is a disgrace to the reptile community, to the thing. And like I said, the only thing why I really don't fuck with the dude is because he started talking shit about personal. And then he started adding my kid into the equation, talking about how I use my kid for views. And I'm like, that's how I know you come off as a hater. Because I'm like, your followers and shit like that, like, let your ego get boosted. But guess what?
But you're also speaking about a man you don't even know, bro. Like, you get me? Like, how... And that's what I hate about some niggas, man. That
it's frustrating.
I mean, yeah, right? Because how are you speaking about me and you don't even know me? You don't know nothing about me. And you have the audacity to bring your kid into it. Like, what does the have to do with any of this,
it's
bro?
an ego. He's a kid. He's a kid himself. What is he, 20, 21 years old?
I don't know him.
So,
I've never heard of him.
My thing is with him, it's like, bro, I get you. But it's like once you start talking personal shit,
yeah, of course, bro.
You don't know like how grown men deal with shit. Me being on
especially
probation,
talking about your kids, bro.
Yeah, so
people don't play about their kids.
People don't play about their kids, but like I said, he's a kid. So
he don't know no better.
You can't conversate with a kid. You can't. What are you gonna go back and forth with a kid? At the end of the day, that nigga will say fuck you and your kid. And what am I gonna retaliate? And I'm like, nah, bro. I know what he's gonna get. He's trying to try to poke, but guess what happened?
He's trying to get views or clips. Or
that nigga ended up going to jail for shooting a dead fucking gator. Karma's a bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Karma a bitch.
You should have just kept your mouth shut, my boy. You should have just
shut the fuck up, my boy, cause that man right now.
Now you're in the situation now.
He's in the same situation as me, even worse, because the world knows him as. Bro, listen, no one has respect for the dude, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. From my end, there's not one single person I know
from you that
has respect for the dude. Not one. And it's unfortunate, bro, because like I said, I give him all, like he grinds, bro. He grinds, he put his content out and shit, fixed or not, whatever. But bro, when you're doing it wrong and then you're trying to pretend like you're doing it for the animals, conservation and shit, like, man, shut the fuck up, bro. And then somebody called him out. My dog Crafty called him out the box because he started talking shit about him. He was like, pull up to the gym and let's box. I'll pay you 10 stacks. 20, whatever. What the fuck do you want?
Come take an ass whip and
get paid. Yeah, I'll do it. Last second, he was like, nope, I'm not going. And now you look pussy, bro. Now they call him Shrimpy. That's what they call him. So now Crafty is the real Cuban Tarzan, just so y'all know.
So now he's the Cuban shrimp.
He's just shrimpy, bro. He not Cuban. His own. The Cubans, bro. Listen, the Cubans don't fuck with him, so he's just a shrimp.
Oh man. But all right, because so now he's in a situation like you were. What do you think? Do you think they went lenient on? Like, you think they were like? You think they went as hard on him as they did to you, or you think he got a little more like?
I think the county in which I got caught up in What made it worse? It was Monroe County. Monroe County.
Them people don't play.
They don't play about none of that shit.
Yeah,
half the time they don't got the same thing Dade got going on and shit like that. But I think that played a lot to do with it. I think maybe people shouldn't have taken it as deep as they did with him because it was a dead gator. But then again, if you're a reptile fucking content creator, if an animal content creator, it's a bad image when in one video you're saying I love animals and this and that,
yeah,
and then
shooting
in
at a
the
dead
stream you're trying to get clout, so you're shooting a dead gator. So you're really contradicting yourself.
You don't think? Do you think the guy that took him on that tour should have said something before they even did that?
100%. 100%.
You don't think he's at fault something, and then he should be kind of reliable too, and like
he
responsible.
should, and I don't know if he got into anything or not, but
because bro, if you're giving me a tour and then you see you're about to,
the only thing I understand from it is that he brings a lot of influencers out, so he loves the exposure. So, like I said, maybe he doesn't have control of what people are gonna do. But at the end of the day, you gotta lay down the rules.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, don't do this, don't do that, da da da. I think the whole gator shit was just like a moment thing. Like, oh shit, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot a gator. I don't think he had control over that. But then again, you're bringing people chasing clout. Bruh, what are they gonna do? Dumbass shit.
Yeah.
Like, he got caught in a fucking bringing a Burmese python, live Burmese python to a gas station. Bruh, that's highly illegal. So, like I said, all I know is I'm on probation. My PO told me a lot of them are under investigation, and that's it. She was like, I don't know what they got going on with them, but all of them are under investigation because of that thing. So now they're just looking like.
Because I seen the other kid that got that got arrested too. That streamer kid. I forget his. I don't forget his name, but I don't know how to say it. Like Cavalier.
Just Clap. I just say
Clap or some shit, whatever.
So that.
I just seen because since that happened, bro, Buddy's been on the news and shit and everything.
But I think,
and I seen that they just gave him a couple hours of community service and
I think they gave him like 24 hours or something like that, and six months of probation. And like I said, for what it was, I feel like if he didn't kill the gator, that shit was already dead. Then whatever. I think they might be investigating why the fuck that gator is dead to begin with. That's maybe the deeper. But like I said, if it's like seeing a fucking court. Like, bro, you gonna shoot a dead body if you see it in person? Are you gonna continue to shoot? Like, if you see a dead body in the front of your yard, you gonna grab it and keep shooting it? Obviously you're not, bro. Like, are you mental? Like I said, it's just something like they're young, they're retarded as fuck, bro. What are you gonna do? Views. Bro, all these kids got guns. So what's the thing that's gonna fucking boost them up to fucking use it? Yeah. So it's like, it's dumb as shit. Now they're on probation.
And it's on live stream too.
It's on live stream, which is the dumbest thing. Like I said, that's one thing why I don't get into that. Because everybody slips up. So you just got to be careful with what you're doing. Like, I be letting go most of the animals I be catching. So I don't be streaming that bitch. Hell no.
So, bro, here at Clouded Thoughts, bro, we started a game called This or That. We got some questions, bro. You just... You're gonna 30 seconds. You're gonna pick one or the other. And
okay.
Whatever you pick, why?
All right, let's do it.
So we're getting to this or that chat. It's gonna be some funny shit, whatever. But wrestle a giant alligator or catch a 15-foot python.
I'll catch a 15-foot. Like, we talking about like. As far as like preventing getting bit or like
just
what I'd rather do or what I'd rather
what would you rather do?
I'd rather wrestle a gator. I'd rather catch a gator, and like that's more adrenaline. A python, a snake to me is just too easy. Like, genuinely is way too easy. So I go with the gator.
Spend the night in the Everglades or inside an abandoned reptile zoo?
The Everglades.
Everglades?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's too much to do. There's too much to do. Daytime, nighttime, there's too much to do.
Would you rather catch a reptile with tools or no backup team? It's catch reptiles with no tools or no backup team.
Depending, I'd rather have no tools. and a backup team than no backup team and tools. Because worst happens, I get
Somebody's
bit.
there, right?
Yeah, I got a backup team that at least help me and get me to the hospital, so on and so forth. Bitch, if I got the tools and still get bit,
Yeah.
you a dead ass fucking dummy. Oh shit.
Get bit by a snake or tail whipped by an iguana?
I feel like they're both equivalent, but that's hard because I don't like getting whipped.
That shit stings.
Like it just stings. Like I'm like fuck. At least getting bit is in and out. So
I've
I
been
go
whipped.
with the snake bite.
I've been whipped a couple of times.
Fuck getting
That shit
bit.
stings.
Yo, that
bro.
shit stings. It's like that. It whips you and then it's like oh, like you get stuck. Like nah, I'm good. I'll get bit.
Fuck. Hunt invasive iguanas in Miami or pythons in the Everglades?
For fun or
Whatever.
uh.
What you?
I'll do the iguanas all day, bro. I'd rather dive in after an iguana, bro. The adrenaline, the fun, and I don't. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Like the snake in the Everglades, just too easy. It's like a little 30-second little thing. Like it ain't nothing.
Go viral for the craziest catch ever or the funniest fail ever.
Craziest catch.
Craziest catch.
Yeah. Like it'd be funny. I got funny clips and shit like that, but I haven't put them together. People love them and all,
Yeah, you
but
could do like a
compilation
like
of that shit.
yeah.
But
That's
going
some funny
viral
moments.
for doing some crazy shit has been what I've gone viral for, and that's where I've gotten most of my support from.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll stick with that because, bro, doing like jumping in the water, is getting bit or into murky ass water catching shit, it always definitely be it for me.
Swim through gator water at night or crawl through a snake-filled tunnel.
If they're venomous, I'll stick with the gators. If the snakes are non-venomous, I'll go right through the fucking snakes. I ain't going through no gator-infested water. Now, the only thing is like I said, if you slip up and you're in the wrong area, bro, you're getting bit and eaten 100%.
Would you only work with reptiles forever or never touch one again?
Oh, that's a simple. I'd rather work with reptiles my whole life. 100%. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Would you prefer Everglade adventures or jungle expeditions?
Jungle expeditions. 100%. I feel like the jungle has much more adrenaline rush and like surprises for you than the Everglades. Everglades is wetland. It's all flat. The jungles, it's so much shit going on. Yeah, you don't know what'll come at you, bro.
Yeah. Daytime reptile hunt or nighttime hunt?
I'll go with the daytime. Daytime for video purposes and everything in the day because of the sun. There's sunbasking. They got so much more energy, so much more explosive. At night, depending, but nah, I'll go daytime.
Venomous snakes or giant constrictors?
I'll go venomous snakes.
Venomous snakes?
Yeah, 100%.
Alright, we go. This one's funny. Would you rather fight one alligator or 50 aggressive iguanas?
Oh, fuck. Give me the gator. Fuck that. Them 50 iguanas coming at you like that? Oh, hell no. You bound to get bit, too. Hell no. I'll stick with the one gator. Nope. Fuck that. Fuck 50 iguanas is crazy, bro. Especially if they're defensive. I ain't fucking with 50 iguanas.
Aggressive as fuck.
Hell no, bro. I'll get whipped and bit the fuck out of it until I get out.
Oh, shit. Yo. Yeah, I mean, that was it, man. That was this or that, man. Just a couple little questions. Bro, one question your followers or people in your thing want to like ask and stuff is, bro, you're not afraid when you jump into these canals?
So I just understand where I'm jumping into. A lot of people think I'm just jumping into some random ass. Sometimes it does happen. But depending on the animal, like I'm willing to risk it. But 9 times out of 10, the waters I'm jumping into, obviously I don't know if there's a gator there or not. Gators move, especially during mating, breeding season and shit like that. But it's a fucking risk I'm willing to take if the animal is worth it. For example, I dive in only after big ass iguanas. Like, I know if I take that risk, it's worthy of it. Now, I always do make sure the bodies of waters I'm jumping into. The waters here have gators. That's a point. Pond, lake, canal, creek, wherever you're at, you're either going to run into a crocodile or an alligator. The only fucking place in the world where crocs and gators coexist. But, man, fuck yeah. Over here, it's just...
Have you ran into any like sticky situation doing like jumping into like you know, you jump in and then let's say, oh shit,
there was this one time. So when you jump into the water, shit just seems like much closer or further than it is. When I did jump into the water, I was in the Everglades, and there was a gator sitting at the bottom, and it was sketchy because when I jumped into the water to catch what I was going for, the gator shot out, and I didn't know where he went. The water's murky. And I'm like, bruh. Obviously, the only thing that kept me calm is like, I know this gator's not trying to come after me. If I didn't land and he initially like jumped and grabbed me, he's not trying to come at me. The most gators would do is kind of, you know, scare off and come up and then just peep what the hell is going on. But that was probably maybe the sketchiest, like kind of like in time, like or like, you know, kind of like
scary situation.
Yeah, like I have not many of those, to be honest with you.
What's next for you?
Traveling.
Contact
with my son.
Places?
Traveling with my son. I think that's like next for me. I haven't done it all, but I've done enough to not prove or let people know who I am and, you know, I really do this shit. Like, I can catch pretty much anything you put me in front of. I feel like right now I'm in a different path. My son doing what I do, it's beyond a blessing. Like, it's truly, like, amazing. So now I think it's just traveling to different countries and then bringing my son along. To have my son doing what he does over here in different countries, I want to take him to PR though. That's where I'm going to start it off. So in July, I'm going to bring him with me to catch the pythons, catch the caimans, and then from there, you know, Australia, South America, stuff like that. So that's what's next.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
That's fire, bro. What have you learned through this journey?
I would say is to keep a tight circle, bro. I'm not a fan of being around a lot of people that are around a lot of people.
Yeah, you've told me that.
That's just it's very hard because when you allow someone to come and, you know, get to know you, whether you're being vulnerable or being fake, whatever it is, that's being said to someone else. And however that other person takes it out, they're going to put it out to the next and the next. And it's happened with me with a couple people, even within the industry, to where, like, I'll say something to them or they'll create their own idea on who they think I am. And then I hear such and such told this person, bro, it's a small-ass world. They don't know who knows. So that person be like, bro, you know, buddy over here knows this. And I'm like, the only person that knew this about me was this person. So why he said it like that? So the only thing I said is, like, I stick to my family, the people I know, and even I'm very skeptical of who I bring around me. So a lot of times I'll be, like, ducking everybody. Like, I'll meet somebody, I'll do something with them, and I just go ghost. And they're like, bro, what the fuck wrong with you?
Yeah, you've told me you don't really do, like, you know, like,
I don't attach to nobody, bro. If I do something with you, just take it as
you
it
don't
is.
really fuck with a lot of people, like you said, you know.
It's
what I'm saying?
hard,
like
bro.
when we first met, you know, it's
very hard because, like I said, like, being this old, like, bro, I don't want nobody. Man, somebody say something crazy about my kids, you just don't know. Like, I don't, like, you can be the biggest pussy in the world, but somebody ticks you off, like, and that's my button right there, my kids. So I'm like, man, I don't want to, bump into the wrong people and
Yeah,
say
yeah.
the wrong shit and be like, oh, you and your kid, da, 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 da. I'm like, oof.
Do you look up to anyone that does the same thing that you do or similar?
Damn, that's crazy you say that. The only person I looked up to was Brian Barczyk, and he died of pancreatic cancer. Thankfully, I was able to get, man, this was so dope because not only did I get recognized by him, he invited me to be in one of, for all the reptile content creators. It was, I forgot what it was called. Anyways, it's like a thing for all the reptile creators to come and network. They reached out to me and it's like, yo, we want you to be on the list of all, the most known reptile creators. And when I met, bro, I even cried when I met him, dog. Because, bro, since legit, I've been watching him. So it was like a blessing when I got to meet him and he gave me my flowers. And, I gave him his flowers, obviously. Yeah. The only problem is when I did meet him, he's already going through the process of, like, bro, he died in less than a year. So imagine that shit hit hard. But if it wasn't because of him, I would probably never continue doing what I do or be as educated as I am.
I seen also people ask in your comments, bro. Like, what do you do with these iguanas and animals?
Bro, I let everything go. I don't kill nothing. Like where I catch them, there's a sign there, and if you look it up, like there's a lady there that'll call the cops on people trying to catch him, and the cops will come. FWC can come, and you have to release them. You have to. You cannot kill them where they're at. Why? Because there's certain places that they do no damage. Like, they just don't. Like, iguanas can be a bitch to deal with. If you own a home, digging holes in your yard property, shit caves in. But, I don't like killing nothing on cash, to be honest with you. I don't. And PR, I have to. But I don't kill him. What I do is I give him to one of my boy Gongos, and, they pick him up for him and shit like that, do that. But I personally, I don't like doing none of that killing. Like, if I catch an iguana, I'll let somebody else release it. I'll be like, yo, here, and they'll just drop it off. So that way, I'm never seeing, like, releasing that shit, re-releasing it back into the lake environment. But I don't kill nothing I catch.
Why do you think iguanas are so, like, invasive, bro?
There's just so many of them. They've been here before anybody on this earth been here. So it's like, were they native or not? I think they're South American at least, or Caribbean, but I just think it's like they've done so much damage to new development that they're like ruled to be like this, like the biggest invasive species. I think the Burmese pythons do more damage to our ecosystem than the fucking iguana does. But when you build a new home property in there, you got an iguana digging, trying to fucking lay their eggs. Or you got a boat there, and iguanas are shitting all over your dog, you'll probably have a problem with that. So I just think it's all like depending on who you ask. But
who is someone you want to make content with?
Nobody. My kid. That's it. I don't care to make content with nobody anymore. Like, I'd rather just make content with myself and my kid, my dog Zay. But I don't care to make content with nobody. No, I've never had, like, I think it was dope as shit when I worked with Speed. It was very dope, it was genuine, we did what we did, but I understood, I was like, you got to get it through you rather than somebody, handing it over to you.
How does that come about? They reach out to you, like people like Speed and stuff like that?
I don't ever reach out to anybody trying to do no collaboration. If anything, I'll be ducking a lot of people where I'll even open a message, reply to them, and I kind of dub the fuck out of them at the end just because I'm like, man, I'm not even trying to deal with like new. I don't know. Like I said, everybody's just so different. I just be like afraid of somebody giving me like some like sketchy ass vibes, bad energy, and I'm like, man, I'm good. Especially when I'm with my kid, bro. I'm like, I'm good, bro. We got a delay. We got a delay, baby. We got a delay.
Do you see yourself stopping anytime soon?
No, I think, like I said, I think it's just gonna grow. I think production got to be a little bit better, or a lot better. I still have different sides of myself that I want to show to people. I just don't think I'm established enough. Like, I know some people are like, yo, you big, you famous. I don't see that. I'm not driven by none of that. I feel like I still got a lot of work to do and a lot of growing to do. So I still gotta treat this like it's my first week. I'm not big. Nobody, like I said, I don't see people as my fans. I see people as my supporters. Like, these are my supporters. I'm nobody yet. Like, just because I got the following, bro, I'm the same person as everybody else. They're better than me, maybe bigger than me. Like I said, everybody, just because I have a platform, which I got a lot of engagement, supporters, don't mean I'm somebody, like, you know, just people. I'm a fictional character to some people. And, you know, it's dope, though. It's a dope thing. And I love the way people view me, especially, you know, the kids and stuff like that. But I've never stood next to anybody and be like, yeah, I'm bigger than you. Fuck you. Like, you ain't nobody next to me. I've never done that. I'm like, bro, I don't see none of that shit. Like, I'll be like, it's just dope. Come out to do it with me and you'll see what it is. That's just it.
How was the experience when you went and, like, I think you dived in with, like, sharks and something like that?
That shit was really dope. It was one of my homegirls, Georgie. She's famous. She's a model. She was Miss Universe.
Mm-hmm.
And she reached out to me one day and she's like, hey, I'm in Florida. Let's go out, because I've taken her out to go catch iguanas and stuff like that, diving in after them. And one day she's like, yo, I'm in town. Tanner, shout out to Tanner for allowing me to go on that tour. But she was like, hey, you want to go, you know, free dive with sharks? And I'm like, shit, I've never done that. That would be dope. So that was probably the easiest thing I've ever done, as far as, like, I thought my adrenaline was gonna be fucking through the roof, but nah, bro.
Nah, you were chill.
Yeah, the tour, like I said, they're very, man. The tour guides were just. They just let you understand and calm down. Like, I promise you, nothing is gonna happen. These are basically, like, they're very dangerous. Keep eye contact with them. Don't do nothing out of the ordinary. Don't reach in when they're coming up. Allow them to approach and then maybe just, you know, guide them out. But they made it feel so safe. And I already do crazy shit that when I went into that world, I was very just relaxed. There was nothing, but it was dope as fuck.
Those shots, those
yeah,
shots,
bro.
were
I think it
insane,
was a super dope ass, like, experience. I'm happy I got to do it with who I did it with. And like I said, even the other tours, the people that were there, everybody was very calm, at ease, and stuff like that. Because though you're free diving, these sharks can attack you whenever the fuck they feel like. But because the instructors were so good, it allowed you to, like, kind of calm and have that mental peace when you're going into this body of water, bro. Like, you can't see beneath you. So,
how deep you think it was,
bro? I don't even know. Maybe 200 feet deep. Like, but you don't see this. All you see is dark blue at a distance, and just randomly a shark just coming by, bro.
I would have shit
And
myself.
you're dangling. The only thing they say is don't be a fucking prey. Don't splash. Don't go crazy.
Don't go crazy.
Just calm. Whenever a shark is looking at you, don't break eye contact. You're like, that's, you know, they'll tell you, just keep your eyes on them, da da da. Obviously, when there's fucking 5-6 sharks around you, it's kind of hard to do that. But if you work with animals, you'll stay composed.
What do you want people to feel after watching your content?
Damn, I've never been asked that question. As far as, like, feel for the content, I want them to feel excited. I want them to feel the energy I give out. As far as, like, would they feel towards me? It's like someone that's like he loves these animals. He loves the sport. Like, I love the adrenaline catching. Like, bro, this is, at the end of the day, this is sport. Running, jumping, diving, catching a gator. Like, it's all, like, there's a lot of things that go into it. But I just feel like my end goal is to make sure that people have respect and feel what I feel, like the energy I give out in these videos. I want to make sure people feel that through these videos. I want to make sure I'm not putting out something that's not it. Sometimes it's a little contradicting, but it's because, you know, certain situations I get put into, I get excited, the cursing. That shit, these Hispanics, papi, yo me pongo a hablar malo, and the video be going good. Ah, yo cogí esta iguana, cogí este caimán, esta pitón, y mámame el bicho, cabrón. Then I start saying that, And people were like, why the fuck did you have to say that? And I was like, bro, like the Hispanics, it was hard for them to like love me at the beginning. They didn't understand. They thought I was just some random ass nigga like doing it. But because they don't speak English, they didn't watch the older videos. So when I started speaking Spanish, my Spanish, they were like, who the fuck is this crazy ass motherfucker just cursing?
Yeah.
And then when they realized that I was on that shit for real and I'm very educated and you know, they gained the respect. With you. But yeah, but I was like a lot of vete pa'l carajo, mamá el bicho, tu mamá me lo puede mamar. And I'm just happy I moved away from that.
I mean, yeah, you've grown, right?
Yeah, that's just it. Like I said, your ego, you will fuck with you, bro, and you feel like you got something to prove to people. And I'm like, as long as you know who you are, bro, fuck everybody else. That's just really it.
What do you want people to like? What do you want? Tell the people like what to expect coming, you know, moving forward.
Just like I said, the traveling with my kid. As far as like,
you think we're ever gonna get some Spidey merch? You ever thought about stuff like that?
It's been hard because every time I try to like get something like drawn up or like just a concept, I feel like people don't understand what I'm trying to like, you know, put out. The hats was like a cool thing when I put out the hats. Yeah, they sold out quick, but you know, One of One reached out to me and you know, we did that collab and I think it was very dope. Until this day people asked for them, but it was very limited. It was a 50-50 and the kids went crazy. I signed them. Like I would get the shipment to me, sign the hats off to the kids and ship them over to them. So it was very dope. Seeing people with the hats, it was dope, but it's kind of hard to put out because my name is Spidey. Yeah. So the thing is with me, I'm not trying to put out childish shit for grown people to wear.
Of course.
Bro, I could tell you love fashion. I love it too, and I'm like, as a grown man, my fan base is big. Like obviously the kids 25 to 35 is the gap right there for me. So I'm like, how can I put something out that like that's for this like group? And it's hard, bro. I don't know. And the style is changing so often, tough, bro, that it's very hard. So I don't want to put out just your basic ass black tee, print here, print in the back, and get the fuck out of here. I'm not trying to get no check from them over. You feel me? So it's just been hard to really just figure out what I'm trying to do.
That clothing shit's tough, man. I got one, you know, and it's hard to come up with good designs.
But you got good concepts though. The designs are dope as hell too. With the ones I got to think different. I think you have a more creative mind when it comes to that than me. I don't. I just catch animals. I'm like a dummy in the back, bro. For real.
Now it'd be dope though if you come out with some like.
I just don't know. Bro, like if I can do something as creative as you, where like Spidey, when someone is wearing it, don't feel so childish to them. It'll be dope. Obviously, people are fans of Marvel, Spider-Man, shit like that. But I just want to make it feel like, you know, like a grown man, bro, can put that shit on and style it. That's why I haven't really put nothing out like that.
Have you ever caught something that you were genuinely not prepared for?
A blue iguana? I feel like that. A lot of things that I kind of like, I bump into, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Or like a fucking, damn, there was this one snake when I was north in Florida. Fuck, I forgot the name of it. Anyways, I was very excited. It was very random. But I think the blue iguana like hit me a little bit because I was walking with my brother, my kid, and and I passed this shit. My brother looked, he like, cabrón, papi, mira lo que hay ahí encima. It was like a bush. Like, cabrón, mira ahí encima. And I was like, what happened? I looked, bitch, a blue iguana. Bro, when have you ever seen a blue iguana in the wild?
Never.
Exactly.
I've never seen one.
I got OD excited. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm looking at it. So I ducked down, I grabbed it. I think I was probably one of the like most excited. It was a lot. I have a lot, but I feel like that one just caught me off guard. Like even when I caught it, like people, like you can see the excitement in the fucking video.
And so those are like what, like rare iguanas or some shit?
They're not rare. Captive bred, like if you're born, but if you're seeing them out in the wild, of course, bro, you're not gonna run into a lot of them. You'll maybe see fucking one like in a million. Like you're not gonna see.
Why are they blue?
They're just blue. It's just like breeders. They just released them. There's a lot of people that when they fucking said you can't keep iguanas and shit like that, people had to let them go or whatever. So it was still like it seemed like it was born. Like, you know, outside, like it was a fucking wild one. Like it came out of egg naturally, like outside. So I think it's but breeders let them bitches go. breeders. When people said when FWC said you can't keep iguanas, people didn't want to kill them, so they started letting them go. Obviously, if it's not green, it's gonna be seen by a lot of predators, so they got knocked off. But there's a few that's still out there.
All right, we're gonna tell the people where they could find you at, where they could see your videos.
But you could find me on OnlyFans at _Spidey. Nah, it's Facebook and Instagram. I strictly just do those two _Spidey24.
We're gonna put his ad down below. Chat.
Yeah, underscores.
Make sure you give him a follow, man.
Yeah. Support the channel. Even if you don't want to follow, just watching is just enough. Yeah. That's all. Like I said, the only thing I want y'all to understand is I genuinely love these animals. These are all invasive species. So by law, I have to kill them, euthanize them, humanely euthanize them. But at the end of the day, I don't do any of it. I've never killed a single fucking animal in my life. I'm not saying I'm releasing them. I just have other people doing it for me because I can't kill them, bro. I'm too, I did a fucking pig once and it was hard for me to do it. And I let everybody else do it. But yeah, _Spidey24, bro. Shout out to my dog.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming, man. It's
best
been a while.
chef, food truck, Chef Tabos.
Thank
bro,
you,
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Thank you.
Probably the most fire food truck I've ever had in my life. Like, it's something, like I said, if I can bring y'all out, even when I'm doing the tours, to come try your food, it'll be, man, that shit was fire.
Thank you, man. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all go give him a follow, man. Support him, man. He's real. Bro, he's a genuine person, bro. He's dope. Yeah, man, just support him, bro, and
support the pod, bro. Support the pod. Like I said, he's just now. Like I said, we did one before that, but he felt like there was things he needed to improve in. Not saying this is gonna be a flawless or perfect one, but like I said, he understood. I understood the assignment. We came in here. We were just trying to give out some genuine content. Yes. And just hope you guys, enjoyed at least most of what you saw. If you felt any type of way, then
yeah, man. Also, just to kind of educate the people a little bit on what you do. What I'm saying? Right. Not everybody does it. And bro, just to have some dope conversations, bro, with some cool people, bro. Like, what I'm saying? Me and you clicked. I felt like on the first one that we did that I didn't put out was because I felt I could have done a better job. And I didn't want to just put out, bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like I said, sometimes what you think is bullshit is what usually hits off. So I feel like we do have to go back and really rewind and see what we can pick from the end. But when you gave me the shoes, bro, to this day, I still wear them to the gym. Now I still hit the gym. So like I said, it's like the little things that I remember, forever remember, certain things like that.
Yeah, and that was like a little appreciation thing, man.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Bro. Thank you for coming on here.
100%.
Clouded Thoughts is not a big platform, guys.
No, it is big.
No, we're working. We're working. I'm working on myself. Like how you were shy at the beginning on doing your videos.
100%.
I was shy at the beginning as well. Right, you know what I mean? I don't do this. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I like, that I see a lot. You know what I'm saying? Right. I see a lot of podcasts, and I feel like I got dope and genuine relationships with people. That either entrepreneurs or yourself, and just try to bring people. Have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Indulge a little if you indulge. Whether it's smoking. Or drinking,
drinking juice,
beer.
baby, drinking juice.
Yeah, and just have fun, bro. You know what I mean? And for people to get to know you,
100%.
And just also try to give some people some free game, bro. I feel like a lot of people don't do that, right? Like
that's true because people are afraid of others, exposing other people.
Just even advice, bro. If you for anybody, yourself, for anybody that's trying to do what you do or content like that or just any type of content.
So I would say advice, your main thing is making sure that when you're doing it, you genuinely love it, not doing it for the views and shit. Because I started off fucked up like that, and just stay as consistent as possible. And consistent. That's probably it's so cliche of me to say that because everyone says it, but that's really where it comes.
It is.
being consistent. Like I could put out a video here. If I'm starting off video here next week, that shit ain't gonna do nothing. Literally, bro, just posting until it annoys the fuck out of people enough to where like you either love him or you hate him, and you'll start seeing him. I said the Cuban Tarzan, then get popped the fuck off. You either love him or you hate him, and that's it. So I would say stay consistent. If you really love what you do, make sure people understand what the fuck you are trying, the message you're trying to put out. And that's it. Don't stop. I'm telling y'all, do not stop. Right now, it took me 4 or 5 years. Some people, it takes them 6 months, a month, 10, 20 years. But your time is going to come.
Yeah.
I've
Don't
met a
rush
lot of
it,
people,
man.
bro. I met a lot of people that are doing it and they're still trying to do it. And I give them the same advice. I will just keep doing it because I ain't make it yet. I'm just now trying to, I'm breaking through. Like, that's just really it.
All right, guys. So this is episode 8. Like I said, we're gonna put his ads down here. Make sure you guys go follow him. Also, if you guys want to do tours whenever he has them available, hit him up. If you want to go through have some experiences, Everglades, or
I'll say, bro, it's not for everybody, but
it's not for everybody. But yeah, man, if you just want to do something different, man, hit him up. Yeah, and he'll educate you, and I'm sure you're gonna have fun,
my boy.
Thank you for coming, bro.
For real.
This is Clouded Thoughts, man. Episode 8. We'll see you guys on the tripod.